Okay, this is Alex, and Hardianta, sorry man, submitted this sneakers, the shoes, which look very similar as what we have on the advanced photography pack, right? I think, oh no, it's in ProCorner. Okay, so it's not here, it's in ProCorner. Anyway, and you know, I was kind of talking about this multiple times, and actually there is another shot similar to this. I'm gonna answer it from Xavier, right? We have this another nice shoe. I see it's too flat, too plain, and I see it so many times when people use just large diffusers or large soft boxes to highlight textured subject. They kill all that volume. It looks flat. It doesn't really look interesting. Well, what's interesting in pair of shoes? Not much. Create this drama with your light, okay? And you got these two big strip boxes, soft boxes. You made some, you know, maybe use cardboard to make them smaller. It's kind of cool, but it's not enough. You have one spot. It's cool. One spot is great. You have it on top, right? But if you don't have other spots like this, maybe it's a good idea to manufacture them to create, well, you know, let me show you. It costs like $30, you know, on eBay. You can fit any speed ring, so it will fit almost any light. And you can get, it sells with the honeycomb grid here. Get more of this. Guys, you don't need big soft boxes for product photography. It's more when you shoot models, people, and especially textured one. Of course, for textured one, you need smaller lights. For jewelry, you need smaller lights, smaller light modifiers. And I'll show you something, guys. Just to support my words, you don't need big soft boxes. So I have, well, I borrowed from my wife these two little shoes. One on white table. I have 1, 2 lights, and third light is for background, just create spot. I like spots, you know, but it's really not highlighting subject, so I'll be talking more about the subject. And one light has exactly the same cone as I showed you already, okay? This cone with honeycomb grid on it. So it's pretty simple. I use it for purpose. I don't use that optical spots or whatever. I have it's just pretty simple thing. Here it's the same 70-degree reflector. Any light has such reflector. And you have, for any lights, you have honeycomb grids, right? Grab honeycomb grid. It can be 10-degree or wider, of course. 10-degree, it's give you smaller spot. And use something like this. It's a screen. You know, I bought it. It's not made by Broncolor, but it fits in Broncolor. 70-degree reflector. It's basically a screen. You can make it from anything, from plastic, from whatever, from cardboard. You stick it inside and then cover with your honeycomb grid, and it will give you a spot. Or, well, any other way to make a spot. So let's turn on, and I'll show you how just 2 spots, no soft boxes, nothing, how it may change the look of the subject. So let me share the screen, and you will see. Okay, let me do one more thing. I move it a little bit so you will see a little bit more of the shooting area. Okay, so the focus is somewhere on the subject. I use f18, which helps. And you see with those spots, one light hits it with sharp angle, another light hits it with relatively sharp angle, okay? and you just point somewhere. I'm not really working on this, you know, not trying to make the perfect shot. I want to show the idea of how the best to highlight shoes. And please don't show me the big soft boxes. Guys, really. It's like, maybe it's counterintuitive, but okay. So you see, we have some highlights here. We have not much highlights on the nose. And it still looks flat, a little bit too flat, which means maybe we need to move. You know, we little reposition the light, and it will change the look. I hope it will. Because again, the spots I have quite large. It's not those little spots. But you see what I'm talking about? Maybe this is a little bit too dark. Again, okay, let's adjust it so it won't be that dark. Just little adjustment. You can always find the position where it will give you the volume. It will give you non-flat look. Okay? And then you'll go from there, you know, tune up, modify. You see how it looked now? And let's say one more shot. And if I would use optical modifier like this one, I have a good tutorial on how to use it in ProCorner. But basically it can create, you know, any kind of pattern on the subject based on the screen you put inside. It has brighter, darker, brighter area, and it doesn't look flat. Okay? It shows the texture. It shows texture really, really well once it's you know, developed high resolution. Cost of non-glossy. When shoes is glossy, it's a little bit different story. You work a little bit more like with jewelry, you know, or with any glossy subject. But let's try to do something here, something similar. This is more like a leather, right? And the idea is similar. Don't highlight it with large softbox. I don't have, well, I may use softbox just to show you, but probably, well, go to forum and see just examples. Always point light to different areas. Again, when you work, it's kind of cool idea to use a little bit darker studio, so you'll see with your modeling light what you're getting. Spots, spots, and spots, and spots. Okay? So, this is it. And again, when you use the spots, it's really easy to change picture. Little change, little movement, and you got pretty different highlights, pretty different look. And you can do anything like this with big softboxes. You need to move them a lot to change anything. And here I was playing with those shoes just before this. You know, you can highlight them a lot, or you can highlight them much less. And everything is just two. Well, third one goes to background. You can turn it off. It won't really change anything. And again, after that, you can always do some post-production. Even you can use some dodge and burn technique, right? You know how to use dodge and burn? You add layer. This is Capture One Pro, but the idea is similar in Photoshop. You add new layer, basically adjustment layer. You use mask to paint over. Okay, let's say I want to make somewhere here a little bit darker, maybe area, or maybe brighter. So you create a mask, and then you can adjust brightness of that area. It's a little bit, you know, not the perfect way to show you, but the idea that you can add those gradients, add darkness and brighter. areas in post-production, so it won't be too flat using the dodge and burn technique. But it's better to do with lights. Okay? So let me go back. Alrighty, so that's what we covered here and here. This guy a little bit more glossy, but I would try to highlight it more. I would try to highlight some area to show how glossy it is a little bit more. But it's not bad actually. So cool. Okay. So thank you guys. Again, submit your shots on submit for critic and review. It will be reviewed. It will be reviewed by our community photographers, and especially our community manager and forum admin Florian. He's doing really great job on helping photographers to understand areas of improvements and showing, especially on post-production part, how to make it happen. But if you really need to make sure that your shot will be reviewed by me, better than myself, submit it in ProCorner. ProCorner is where you'll get my personal attention, for sure, okay? And we'll be doing all that kind of stuff in ProCorner now. We'll do, every 2 weeks, we'll do an assignment, and it will be, all the results will be reviewed by me and troubleshoot any issues. I'll be working in the studio on live video broadcasting, and ProCorner members will join me, and we'll work on the shot. So it will be basically 2 workshops per month, aside of all those videos which are already on ProCorner, and I'll be posting ProCorner.